right, start streaming. Let me check a notification on my phone if it's streaming right now. Give me one moment. Alright, I believe I'm live streaming. Okay, give me 1 second. Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Cyberhorn92 here. Welcome to the channel you're new. Today is Tuesday. Hopefully everyone have a good day. This whole quarantine is still a mess. Stay home as much as possible. Limited go outside as much as possible. And today is going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh content. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I changed my mind because my friend is super busy, and I'd like to say thank you for your time. And would you like to introduce the one and only who you are?
Yes, sir. My name is Ben Leverett, aka the Young Legend.
You already know what it is. Well, just say thank you for your time for being on this podcast, and you're literally one of my top favorite 5 players always and will be, no matter what.
Absolutely, bro. No problem. Pleasure.
All right. So for the first question, would you like to introduce yourself, like just in case not many people know about you in the competitive scene before?
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, my name is Ben Leverett. I started out in Dragon Duels real young. I was winning all the Dragon Duels. I have the most wins in Dragon Duels. I won nationals in 2013. Dragon Duel nationals. Win the worlds. Lost in top 8 to my good friend Oliver Tomiko. He's doing well. Let's up to him. Let's see what else we got. So then I started on the competitive scene. Got very few YCS tops, like 2 or something. I don't remember. A bunch of ARG tops. I think I ended with like 19 tops. Got like 2 or 3 national tops. I think 3, something like that. And yeah, I've been started on the card guys when they were first getting in, and shout out to them. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Blair. And then grew up with my family. Got there was Patrick. Playing with him all the time. Got Desmond. My brother. And I got Zach, my brother. Everything like that. So then we move over to PPG, the family, the family away from home. Shout out to all them, Machado, Gabe, Kamal, all you guys, love you guys, my family. So that's been my history, and it's been a great run.
Dang, that's actually like really inspire, like literally like so many tops. Like I give you credits on that, and like I just have like I'm speechless. I never seen any Dragon Duelist tops multiple. Like would you say like Dragon Duelist, like would you say like it's very easy or really competitive scene? Like how rarely do you guys
You said Dragon Duels?
Yeah, like how rarely people play a meta deck, would you say? Just curious.
It depends on the event. It depends on the city. If you pop up in California, there's gonna be a lot of people with a lot of money, so you're gonna see some good decks down there.
True.
When you go to Kansas, you're like, oh, well, they got some structure decks and, cardboard mats. So it depends, it depends on the city.
True. For number 2, how did you get into Yu-Gi-Oh in the first place?
Geez. So I think I was 9 years old, and my friend brought over the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card video game for the Game Boy. And I whipped his ass on it. I had never even played Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like, bro, I'm about to go buy some packs. I bought some packs. It had like a tournament card on it. I was like, Mom, you gotta take me to this tournament. And she took the Dragon Tour, which is where I met a bunch of people that were like my mentors, got me into it, got me into the scene, and looked out for me and stuff like that. So from there, I moved into Super Games, which, as you know, was the best locals in the world for a long time. And that's where it all really started.
Dang, dude, that's crazy. When you just say, Mom, I need to buy this, like, it's crazy. That, like, would you say, like, you watched anime as well? Would you say so?
Nah, man, I've only watched one anime ever, and it's Naruto. And, it's hard to watch a lot of other animes after that. Because it's like, damn, it's Naruto, but I've never gotten into Dragon Ball or anything. I've really never even watched Yu-Gi-Oh, actually.
What? That is speechless. Dang, holy.
I know, right? I'm ashamed.
But I give you credit, like everyone background is so different. You're like really unique. Like holy, I was like literally not everyone got into the game by the watching anime in the first place.
Nah, yeah, not me. Like I said, that video game started it all.
Dang, I respect that. I respect that. How old are you currently? If that's okay asking you.
Man, I just turned 20 3 days ago.
Dang, you're 23. Holy.
No, no, I said I just turned 20.
Oh, you just turned 20? Oh,
Yeah,
misunderstood.
I'm 20.
Misunderstood.
You
That's
good, you good.
crazy. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, this is what Ben Leverett looked like when he was a dragon duelist, and this is like now currently for at the moment. But yeah, nothing really changed besides hitting puberty, but that's about it. Holy. And I like to think about Konami, they took a picture like for like memory just in case. Like that's pretty cool. They should do more to be honest. um
Yeah.
how many Yu-Gi-Oh events have you? Oh no, you already explained that. What is it like to be in Dragon Duel? I'm just curious.
What's it like to be in Dragon Duels? Well, I guess I had been playing for a while, and I had always been developing my own decks and going out there and trying different stuff. And then I had mentors that were helping me do all sorts of things like that. So eventually, it kind of became, like unfair. I was coming in with these wild decks with all the cards, everything, and play against a bunch of kids with structure decks, or then I get to the kids that have the real decks and they just don't know what they're doing. So winning like 2 out of 3 of the Dragon Duels I entered, and if I didn't win, I came in top 4. So my picture's all over Google because Ben top 4. He searched it up. It's got so many links. So
Yup,
but
yup.
it was cool. I kind of regret doing that actually because once you get out into the big league, it's a lot different, and it was just really hard to drive 8 12 hours to an event, and then like I always entered the main event just to practice up for the Dragon Duels, but
Mm-hmm.
then it'd be so hard to like drive that far and just not enter the guaranteed win. I would guaranteed win, so it was always really hard to not you know drop out. So I always dropped out and played in the Dragon Duels, but I regret that. I wish I had started playing in the real tournaments earlier.
Dang, that's crazy. Wait, so your family like literally drove most of the time, not fly?
Oh yeah, you ain't heard about the Leverett Mobile?
No.
Oh yeah,
That's
the trusty
crazy.
van has taken us everywhere. You see the red minivan pull up, the whole squad pop
Oh.
out the tournament.
Dang, that is crazy. Like that's pretty cool as a tour and a duelist. That is, I give you guys credit. That's like a lot, but like you guys put a lot of effort, and then you guys do well. It pays off. Like I give you guys credit on that.
Thank you, thank you.
Yup, yup. Let's see. What else? What is it like going to World as Dragon Duelist? This is actually a really good question.
Man, going to Worlds as a Dragon Duelist, I mean, it doesn't really mean as much as going to Worlds for the regular thing.
True, true.
It kind of shows that I was committed at a young age, and it's really cool. You're at the whole world scene, talking to everybody from Worlds, meeting people from other country. The top Konami representatives are there. You meet all them, things like that. So it has the same redeeming qualities of going to Worlds as far as the experience outside of the tournament, but then in the tournament, I don't know. To myself, I just knew it wasn't worth as much as regular Worlds was. But it was fun and got my ass beaten top 8. But it is what it is.
True, that makes sense. So when you play a foreign player, that doesn't speak English, like how would you translate that? Like, you ask for a judge, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, you know how Yu-Gi-Oh is. So like words like main phase, battle phase, standby phase, end phase, all those are pretty standard. Attack. Everybody, no matter what language they speak, they have to know those words. But
That's
then when you start
true.
getting into a debate or a ruling or something, then you got to call over the judge and have them translate.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Whatever happened to Team Colossal Fighter?
Oh man, Team Colossal Fighter. Let's see. I guess after a while, there was no more Team Colossal Fighter because I guess well, firstly, I remember the day I started Team Colossal Fighter. Me, Zach, and Oliver, we were on a Skype call, just thinking about this stuff. We put it together, and we were talking to our friends Nicole and Nicole Tipple, Chris LeBlanc, and who else we got? My friend Joshua. Geez, I can't remember his last name. Who else? I don't know. We had a lot of people on Team Colossal Fighter, but I guess everybody just started fading away. It ended up just being me, Zach, and Chris LeBlanc left, and at that point there was no real Team Colossal Fighter without everybody, so they just faded out one by one, I guess.
Dang.
I still though.
That's true. That's true. I was wondering, like, how did you met like these amazing players, Chris LeBlanc, Oliver Tomico, and the others?
What'd you say about him? How did I what?
How did you got into like how you guys became friends in the first place from Dragon Duelists or?
Yeah, let's see. I think we met in Orlando, Florida, at an event. I want to say 2010. Yeah, it was Six Samurai. So I think that was 2010, and we met there. All of us met there, and then at the next event we went to, so our parents met. We all met, and the next event we went to, our parents just linked up and were like, "Hey, you want to stay at the same hotel?" And they did that every single time. So we always stayed together. We were always testing together and going to the events like that.
Dang,
So
that's pretty cool. Like Team Colossal Fighter, like you guys have amazing player. You, Crystal Blanc, Oliver Tomico, you guys been crushing the whole competition. Once I've been looking at the competitive scene, I say, what these kids are topping crazy.
I know it was crazy. Yeah, it was some fun times. Fun times.
Yup, yup. Um, how did you travel all these states or country? Usually, most of the time by car, right? Most of the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't think. Yeah, I didn't fly. I don't think even a single time with my mom. Maybe one time, but every other time, Texas, California, one time Seattle. All up through everywhere. My mom always drove us to all these events.
Dang, that's
Crazy.
really nice of your mom. I wish I
Yeah,
had that
shout
kind of
out to my
mom.
mom, best mom in the world.
Yes, sir.
For
Yes, sir. You already know what it is. Are you still friend with Oliver to Michael until today?
No, I haven't talked to Oliver in a long time. Well, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that we're not friends. I just haven't kept up with him. I know our parents have kept in contact though, and
That's
still a
good.
lot of love for him. Not nothing bad, anything like that.
That's good. That's good to hear. Any good things to do at Atlanta, Georgia, just in case if anyone want to visit?
Shit, Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, well, I guess we got a lot of strip clubs if you want to go to. Shit. Okay, we got Lenox Mall. All the rappers be talking about Lenox Mall. Atlantic Station's a cool place to go. We got Atlanta Underground. Little Five Points. Shit. What else we talking about? There's got to be so much stuff I'm forgetting.
It's
Um,
okay.
I don't know. So many parks. It's just a really cool area out there in Atlanta.
That's good. That's good to hear. Thank you. And how did you met Patrick Holman and Desmond Johnson? That's also another good question.
Shit. Yeah, we were at Super Games, and I guess these guys used to go out to like Taco Mac. Yeah, Taco Mac. I'm not sure if y'all have those wherever you are, but Taco similar to Buffalo Wild Wings. But everybody used to go to Taco Mac after the tournaments, and one day I was like, y'all, can I come? And Patrick was one of those people. So let's see who else was in there. I don't know, a bunch of people from Super Games, and this was not Desmond yet. So I think at that point Patrick had like three tops or something. It was way back when. And then I remember Desmond started showing up, and I knew his face. And then he walked in one day. He's like, "Man, look at this little ass kid. He's so fucking cute." And I was like, at that moment, I immediately hated Desmond. And then one day, my mom, we were going to New Jersey, and everybody knew that we drove to the tournaments. But and so like I guess I kind of knew these dudes or whatever, Patrick and Desmond. But my mom was like, yo, they want to ride up to the New Jersey. I don't see anything wrong with it. We got space. I was like, Mom, no, not Desmond, yo, not Desmond. And so, they came over like a week before the tournament. We all tested, like a couple of times. I think I drove out to like Alpharetta. We tested out there for a couple of hours, and then everybody came over, and we went to New Jersey just like that. And from that point on, that was like my best friend, and then Desmond became like my brother. So been a long ass time.
Dang, that's a crazy story. Thank you for sharing that wonderful story.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living right now since you haven't been playing this game for a while?
Shit. Well, I mean, I live at home with my parents. I'm 20. I'm a student. I go to Georgia Tech. I do electrical engineering and computer science. And right now, I have an internship at this national lab called Sandia. They
Oh,
do a lot of amazing work. So, yeah, I work for them. I do things like the chips in your phone, semiconductors. Like I study the physics of those kind of things and the
oh
way they interact
wow.
with computers, things like that.
Dang, I'd like to say congrats. That's really impressive. I give credit to you on that part.
Thank you, thank you.
AKA want to take over the world.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm definitely taking over the world.
Try to be the next CEO.
You said what?
To be the next CEO.
CEO? Shit, I don't think CEO runs the world, bro. You get
True.
there though.
How did you afford all these expensive cards when you were little? Just curious.
My mom for sure. My mom always was buying them. But well, I guess backtrack that. So my mom is a super down to earth person. Anybody that knows my mom from all these things, they will tell you about my family, whether or not I was a asshole at certain periods in my life growing up. And I'll tell you now, I'm a very respectful man at this point. But my mom was always a down to earth person, and people will tell you that. Anybody who really knows my family from Yu-Gi-Oh will tell you
Mm-hmm.
that for sure. And my mom would give us like she'd give us money for like birthdays and Christmas and things like that. We wouldn't just be able to go out and get the deck, like get me the most hollow card. I want seven of them bitches, put five of them on there. Like it wasn't like that. We'd have to like, if we went negative in our bank account, we'd have to get a loan. So the next time the birthday came around, she was taking the, $100, $200
Oh
out of
my
that. And
god.
yeah, other than that, just getting sleeves and stuff from tournaments, mats, selling those, trying to get more money, stuff like that. So, and then after I got sponsored, I got a lot of loans on cards. I got money when I topped, and especially on PBG, all sorts of things. Got, Machado hooked me up so much, give me infinite deals, any foreign cards I wanted,
Oh.
he lent
Okay,
me decks
okay.
if I needed it. He hooked me up always. That's family right there.
Dude, that's really cool. Your mom is the best. If you guys didn't know, literally, I remember a couple events that your mom tried to find a certain cards going to person. Oh my gosh, dude, your mom is amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'd be over there filling out the deck list, looking for our own cards. We'd be like, "Mom, take this list. Go find these cards. We're gonna go find." Yeah, Mom was always running around for us. She's the best for sure.
True.
And to have a supportive mom support something like that, a lot of moms like, Yu-Gi-Oh, get a job. Fuck that shit. Uh, but I mean, I feel like it really helped me grow as a person in a lot of ways, and social aspects and different street smarts and things like that. It also gave me a platform to try to express myself and invent myself in different ways as far as thinking and knowledge goes, which I feel like is why I'm so successful today, is because I had that practice.
That's true, and airing pays off as well.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So a friend of mine messaged me saying, "What is the fabric of the world's spellground difference between the 1994 spellground?" I don't know. You might remember this.
You said what's the fabric difference between the 1994 and the 2000s,
Ye-
2008ish?
yeah, the world spellground.
The World Spellground. I didn't know they gave out a World Spellground. When was this?
I don't know. Someone just say, "What is the fabric of the world spellground difference between 1994 spellground?"
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I believe the old ones might have had. They were definitely primarily made out of cotton, and they might have had wool fibers in them as well. And
Mm.
that was the best one. Those are the old ones, and then the new ones are all polyester. So all the new ones basically.
Yup, yup. And a lot of people use that like Pro Player 1994. Like every time when I see deck profile, I say, "Dang, it feel like you got it give you guys like some amazing power or something."
Oh yeah, yes sir. I still have mine. That's just not going anywhere.
Same here. I got like so cheap for like 395, and then it skyrocketed $400 plus. That's crazy. Yeah.
Man, I don't even want to know what it's worth because then I'll be tempted to sell that shit.
I know, and feel like so soft. Like feel soft like more than a towel.
So soft. Yeah, mine's in great condition too.
That's good.
You know,
That's good.
the secret, in case anybody didn't know, do not fold your spell ground. I know that might sound backwards. Crumple that shit up and put it in your bag so the creases aren't at the same spot. If you crease it in the same spot, you're gonna get stretch marks. If you just randomly bunch that shit up, it'll unfold perfectly the next time. Promise.
Dang. Thanks for the heads up. I usually follow my spell around next time. I won't remind me if you come back to
Do
the game.
not do it, bro. Saving your life. Trust me.
Alright, will do,
Bunch
will
that
do.
shit up in a ball.
Will do, thank you, Ben. Um, what is your favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh, and why is that?
Shit, that is a Stardust Dragon right there.
You
Because
already
I
know.
put my first pack.
Stardust Dragon. Would you say what rarity would you say?
I pulled an ultra rare out of my first pack. But I had an ultimate for a long time. Beautiful card.
Dang. That's crazy. Yeah,
Shit,
Stardust.
the next week I pulled a ghost rare Black Rose.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
dang.
going crazy.
Dang, congrats, congrats.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that one's also up there. You already know.
You already know what it is. What made you decide to transfer team to Pole Play Games since you were on a card, guys?
Shit, I guess the card guys, we didn't really have too many players, and a lot of the ones that we did have, no offense, and these are some of the people that I know from Super Games that are my friends, and I'd love to see them to this day. But at that time, they weren't very represented among the community and didn't have too many credentials. So I guess at the time, I was just like, man, I want to go to a team with some better credentials, and I felt like it was more of a family setup, not just with like having two dads, Kyle and Blair. That was kind of the other setup. But I got to know these guys. I hung out with them for a couple of events, and then they just offered for me to be on the team. Gabe Molina was a large reason for this. Mostly hanging out with him. He brought us to Machado, and they already had it known that they were like, "Yo, we want you guys. Will you get on the team with us?" And they gave us the perks, all that stuff. And it was really a family. It was a family team, and I really appreciated that.
Yep, and plus like more opportunity than the card guys. Would you say so? Or
More opportunity. Well, it was a store, and Kyle was trying to do it all from a YouTube channel, which was very hard, and he stuck with it for a long time. Respect. He was really trying to do that, but he just didn't have the capital to promote this, and also what was the team gonna do for him? There was no way he was gonna get enough YouTube views to pay for all that stuff.
yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been really hard, but promoting a store and the store having an influx of money definitely helps as far as what they can do for you.
That's
You know.
true. That's true. That's true. Let's see what else. Favorite deck that you play all the time, and why is that?
Whew, that is a hard one. Dragon Ruler is probably favorite, but I'm gonna say my tippy top favorite deck was Necros.
Necrots. Yup, yup. Yeah, it's crazy that you Patrick do so well with Necrots during ARG after events. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was some cool stuff. I love that deck for sure.
And a lot of thinking as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely had to plan stuff out.
yup, yup. Least favorite format. What will you say?
Mm, Least favorite format? That is a hard one. I don't know. Probably around the time I stopped playing. I didn't really like the spirals and everything. It
Oh
was
yeah,
coming
yeah.
straight out of Zodiac, which I felt like was a really good format. There was some ignorant stuff that could happen. Your opponent could open up, rat. Whatchamacallit, what's the quick play? I mean, not quick play, the continuous spell.
The one that's special summon.
Yeah.
I forgot. I know you were talking. You can bring back any Zodiac, right?
You can special it from the deck actually by destroying a face-up card.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
I don't remember the name of it, but anyway, so there was some ignorant stuff that happened. But I felt like it was a real like goat control format. It was like the closest thing we had seen to that in a long time.
Yo,
So
yo.
it transitioned to kind of like the spiral format, and that's where I think it started going downhill.
I feel you. I feel you. What is your favorite event and why is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say the nationals I won in Dragon Duels.
Beat
We were
Owens
at the
Michael.
Navy Pier up there. I just won fucking nationals. It was
True,
a
true.
great tournament for me.
Yup.
Hold on one second.
Alright, alright.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can still hear you.
All right. You keep going.
Alright, alright. What are you known for from the community besides your tops?
Um, well, I'm a I'm a pretty good sport. I'll say that. You don't see me losing it, going out there cursing, yelling at people, whatever. I take my losses really well, as I think everybody should. And
Yup.
you know, shit, I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty just like everybody. I've tried to get away with something, in the heat of the moment of the game. I tried to play that's not right. I had done that, especially when I was younger. But at a certain point, I really got to the point where I was not doing anything like that, nothing faulty like that. I have sharked people before,
Yup,
all
yup.
sorts of things. I let, geez, I can't even remember who it was. It was terrible. But I let somebody, I knew damn well, I let somebody draw for turn off a Reckless Greed. They had one other card in their hand. They shuffled their hand, and I
Wow.
called it done. I knew what I was about to do, and I did that.
Yup.
And I topped the tournament, to be honest with you.
Let's
But
go. Let's go. No
like
cheater.
that stuff has happened.
Yup.
But
Yup.
I'd say when I was 15, I really was not doing any of that, and I've always been a great sport. Other than that, after the match, I've always been a great sport.
Yup. I remember I played with you once. I think it was the probably ARG. And like when I played against you, I said no way. I'm up against Ben Leverett, the one and only. I got contact with him, and I get to know his personal background. One against a competitive pro player. I like the way that you think for a while, and then like make the best play as much as you can. Other player just like think like for a sec, then like misplay all the time. I like the way you think, like Patrick Holben. Like he usually think like try to think outside the box, as see many plays as possible as well. And you have good
Yeah,
sportsmanship as well.
thank you. Yep.
Yep. Do you
Right.
do you still have in contact with Patrick Holben until today?
No, I don't.
When you playtest before the event, do you usually playtest in person or online, and why is that?
Um, I've always been a fan of playtesting in person. It goes a lot faster. You can, set things up. You can backtrack easier, all that stuff. You can give each other advice. Let me see your hand. It's just a lot more fluid. Also, in person, you can kind of get used to sitting across the table from an opponent, and I think that's a important thing. No matter where, you should definitely go out and hit some regionals or something like that. But it helps to play in person.
Yep, that's actually true. Cause like literally in person, you're gonna play most of the time. Online, it can help, but usually like online just like basically help you like do everything. But like in person, you have to do it all by yourself, and like the support you can get as well. Cause like when you were mentioning about like look at your hand, like your teammate's gonna help you. You do this play, like you first make a play before that, but like then your teammate's gonna help you. Hey, you should have made this play, cause like you don't want to miss, like just in case you have the same hand or like why you made a certain play as well. I actually really like
Right.
that. And also like Billy Bragg, he also talked about it. I believe it was like probably on a video before or live stream. That like always see your hand because like every hand does make a big difference, and misplay does cost you the game as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. And it's really important to have a good circle that you play with, people that you trust, people that aren't gonna, start giving away your information and things like that. You really need to have a close knit circle that you really know each other, things like that. And shit, I'd drive an hour to test for three. I'm not a I'd rather drive an hour than play on Dueling Book. But if it is what you got,
Yep,
play on Dueling Book. Don't think it's worthless. It's way better than doing nothing.
that's
Just
true.
staring at
That's
the
true.
cards or playing solitaire or something.
That's true. That's true. And the last question: are you thinking about coming back to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh in the future? Would you say so, or you don't know at the top of your head at the moment?
Oh man, I think about it all the time because I've had such great times in Yu-Gi-Oh. I've made so many great friends. I've had, I guess, yeah, fans. People that appreciate me, things like that. Yeah, I've really made a family coming out of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I really love it. The game is great. I love the challenge, the deck building, the complexity. But I do think about it, but I've never even really leaned towards it. Just how fast paced my life is moving at this point, and I
That's
really
true.
think I've kind of moved past it.
Yup, that's true. You got to do you do what you got to do. Education first before Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
Yup,
for sure. But then after
yup.
that, it's taking over the world. So
True, true. Since
not
you
getting back to it.
Yup, and then since you took over the Yu-Gi-Oh for a while, and then you took a break, and then never know you come back out of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Nah, not for Yu-Gi-Oh, but in the industry, you already know.
You already know. And I'd like to say thank you for your time, Ben Leverett. This is the history of Ben Leverett. And literally, you guys don't know him. You guys are literally under a rock. And I'd like to say thank you for your time for this wonderful podcast. Before ending this video, would you like to say anything before I end the live stream?
Nah, shout out, PPG, shout out all my family that played, Desmond, Jay, Gabe, Florida, Chris LeBlanc, everybody, East Coast, West Coast, Johnny Nagel, Dion Ackridge, Drew Carter, all you people, Noah Green. I'm sure I'm leaving out people. I apologize if I did, but this is all my family. Shout out to them. And also, Robin, you blowed up a lot, bro. They should definitely be fucking with you out here.
Thank you, thank you. I'm
You're giving
trying,
you
I'm
good
trying.
quality, bro.
And thank you for the compliment as well. And you guys made it to the
Yeah, no problem, bro.
And you guys made it to the far. What to say? Thank you. And this Cyberhorn 92 is signing out. Peace. All
Peace.
right. Give me one